and we need to weed out these fucking worthless motherfuckers that got a badge for the wrong fucking reasons.
And here we go.
So, do you fuckers remember when I posted a video with Mike the Cop? He was doing some bootlegging, inadvertent bootlegging. He did a video on the young girl who was hit by the older man. Well, no, actually, pardon me. It was about the girl that got punched by this man, but it was more about Sean King and his race-baiting propaganda that went along with it. That's one thing I'll agree on. Sean King is a race-baiting fucking moron. You know, when it comes to police, there's a lot of racist police out there. There are a lot of police out there that are racist against black people and other races, but they are not all racist. And even if most of them were racist, even if most of them were KKK, racism is not the underlying problem with the police and this problem that we have. They are not prejudiced against who they will brutalize. They are not prejudiced against who they will murder. They are not prejudiced about who they will kidnap for victimless crimes. Just as many whites are shot down as blacks by police. I know it's a hard pill to swallow for the race baiters, but it's a true fact. Go ahead and look it up. And you also have to understand something. When you turn police brutality and police misconduct into a racial thing, you're deflating the actual problem. You're deflating what the real problem is, and it's actually helping the police. They can then use racism as their scapegoat for psychopathy or incompetence or narcissistic personality disorder or whatever other mental issues they have. Or it could just be a fucking low IQ thing, or being an overly aggressive tyrant, likely on steroids. I mean, it's speculative. No, fuck that. It's not speculative. Look at some of these guys and look at how they act. I mean, come on. But we can all agree that racism exists. There are racist fucking cops out there. There are racist people out there.
An African-American man attacked by dogs. A wanted poster for an escaped slave. A Klansman's hood. Those are just some of the disturbing images featured in a racially charged mock movie trailer made by a Fort Lauderdale police officer. The images so repelling, so offensive, we can only show these brief excerpts. Also uncovered racist text messages by 3 other officers, leading to the dismissal of 3 of them on Friday. The 4th officer quit in January.
The inappropriate racist behavior exhibited by those involved is unacceptable and reprehensible.
This only days after the firing of a veteran San Francisco police officer charged with corruption, who was found to have exchanged racist text messages with other officers. Those officers under investigation.
But if you turn everything into a race problem, you are losing sight of the actual issues and the actual problems. and they don't get tackled because we're all standing around talking about race. The outrage needs to be on the police misconduct. And please, let's not forget about the black cops that are brutalizing their own black people. I mean, if we're gonna, try to make this a race thing, we're going down the wrong road. It's not a race thing. It's a thin fucking blue line thing is what it is. And that thin blue line, it's wrapped around all of our fucking necks. Do not let yourself get pushed into an extreme ideology. Do not let yourself get pushed into this extremist psychopathy that is going on in the social climate, and then it's just tearing shit apart. You're being used as a pawn by the people that know damn well as long as they can keep us divided and not working together, we're not going to fix a goddamn thing. And those people, whether they be majority white or not, they are just those fucking people, okay? That doesn't mean that the white man's keeping us down, alright? It's not that. It's a power thing. It's about power. It's about control. It's about money and classism. It's about royalty and peasants, master and slave. It is 2019. We had some horrific shit happen, and the residue is here and it is tangible. But as an ex-con, a convicted felon, an ex-drug addict, ex-alcoholic, I can attest to you that the only thing that you can do when you have ills and fucking horrific shit in your past is to build upwards. If you look back, you will fall back. There's only one way to go: forward. Don't fall for the race bait. Don't bite it. Don't do it. It will send you down an ugly path, and it will lead you absolutely nowhere.
Developing tonight, the father of a Chicago high school student is speaking out after he says she was tased by police. Cell phone video shows police standing over 16-year-old Denigma Howard on Tuesday. Police say the student from Marshall High got into a confrontation with a school staff member. After they tried to intervene, police say Howard tried to bite one of the officers. That's when she says she was tased. The girl's father says the whole thing was handled improperly.
I see two policemen come up, female and male. They walked up the stairs and they walked up to me and they was like, you either go to that school or you either leave, go home.
Certain things that they're supposed to do to calm the situation down, especially not call the Chicago police or have them intervene with a situation that could have been avoided in the first place.
According to Chicago police, the officers suffered injuries following the incident and are now on medical leave. They've also been reassigned during the investigation. Chicago public school officials say they have asked the district's Office of Inspector General to investigate.
This is just a good opportunity for me to reiterate that these cops are fucking pathetic, and it's a tragedy for me because I'm actually not anti-cop. I'm pro-reality, the reality that we need cops in a civil society, police to keep order, because there are some psycho fucked up people out there. The problem is that some of those and a lot of those psycho fucked up people gravitate towards the badge and are the people that end up wearing them. So we're kind of in a bit of a quagmire with that. I mean, we're at the point where it's like this can only be cleansed with fire. I mean, we got these bootlickers out here calling them heroes, and they are literally the most cowardice people I have ever seen in my entire life. I mean, shooting little fucking poodles and shit.
You can ask that neighbor right there, these dogs. No, I don't want to step to the road. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You're fucking kidding me. I'm gonna contact the sheriff. Thank you.
Scared of everything, fearing for their life at every turn. God damn it, man. There's not a lot to say about this video. It doesn't take a genius to understand how a grown man, as a police officer, should the need be to arrest a female, how easy it is and how plain and simple it is to simply restrain, calm down, not escalate the situation, and do their jobs like a fucking professional. You're like a a bunch of fucking Neanderthals out there, fucking just like a bull in a china shop. Like, you don't know what the fuck to do with yourself. You're pathetic, man. Who does this? I don't know, man. Let's get some psych doctors in there, you know? Let's get some of these fucking clowns out of there. Let's put some of them in jail. They need to be right in the place where they're putting some of these people. We need an organization. Internal affairs aren't doing it. We need an outside organization, a community organization. I think that's been talked about. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just wanted to get a little bit of that off my chest. It's just fucking crazy, man. I'm tired of seeing, you know, females, males, anybody get just brutalized by cops when they can just as easy you know, de-escalate the situation and lock a bitch up if you got to. And obviously, please walk with me here. I'm not talking about these serious situations where motherfuckers are pulling guns and rapists or fucking killers or fucking, you know, hostage situations. Do what you got to do, cops. You know, that's what I'm talking about that you're here for. I'm talking about these little shits, these little fucking crimes, these victimless crimes that y'all are fucking going overboard with, and y'all are out there acting like a bunch of fucking sociopaths, which most of you most likely are, you know, so fuck you. Yeah, you know, it's fucking disturbing. Manic Asylum, man. If I'm lucky enough to be in your good graces, kindly enough, like, share, and subscribe. And if you're feeling generous, please hit my Patreon. I love creating content, and I have plenty of ideas and lots of stuff that I would like to do. And, you know, what better motivation than a little love from Patreon? Links down below. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see y'all in the next video. We got more to come. Love and respect.
Madness, as you know, is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
In the kitchen, me and Z had the soda. I was doing my thing, getting lit off the cola. Young nigga, but I was gone off that cocoa. But I be so low, I gotta get that dough low. You don't know. Middle finger to you homos. Popping my collar with that polo. The way I do it, niggas ain't used to it. And the rhyme is like water, but they fluid. I gotta do it for my cousin Rilo. And right now I'm getting drunk, but I'm letting off them high lows. Swigging off the bottle.